I wanted to ask you, because last night you were sending out on social media notices about this case that you have filed as well. What are the specifics of that, and how is it different?
Well, I think Sydney's case covers part of this, but my case is simple. I contend that the election conducted on 11/3 was unlawful and unconstitutional because the absentee ballots procedure was a procedure that was set out in a backroom deal between the Secretary of State and the law firm of Perkins Coie and the Democratic Party. Perkins Coie is Hillary Clinton's law firm. They cut a deal in March, and they changed dramatically the absentee mail ballot procedure. The law is clear that a change like that can only be made lawfully by the Georgia legislature. They did it in the dead of night in a back room. Many legislators were not even aware of that deal. I found out about it within 2 or 3 days of the election. I saw that it was obviously a procedure set up for fraud. So I filed my lawsuit contending that the election is unlawful and unconstitutional.
I'm just still hung up on the law firm that you mentioned, because they specifically were involved in compiling the dossier against President Trump. And so now you're saying they're involved in changing the ballots, the absentee ballots, specifically in Georgia?
Absolutely. Perkins Coie was one of the law firms that cut the deal with the Secretary of State. Perkins Coie has got its fingerprints all over every piece of litigation in this country where they are consistently urging that the courts not allow the citizens of this country to review and analyze forensically the voting machines or the actual absentee ballots. If there's nothing to hide, why are they hiding it? I think there's a lot to hide. It's coming out one way or the other. Every lie will be revealed. Perkins Coie is right there in the thick of this dirty election, and I think they ought to be held accountable too.
All right, sir. Thank you so much for joining us. Lynn Wood joining us by phone there.
Yeah, that's some news I hadn't heard.